Welcome back, guys, and today we're going from 0 to 200k, so if you don't have many coins and you want some, drop a like down below, and of course subscribe. We're giving away 6 copies of EAFC when we hit 14,000 subs, and we are only 400 away, so get them subscriptions in, get proof sent over on Instagram, and you'll be entered in. And as usual, if you want coins in a cheaper way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below, make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. So as usual, first of all, we need to explore the ways if you've got no coins to get a few in order to do the methods. Firstly, go over to the store, take yourself to bronze packs, and you want to do the bronze pack method. So you need 750 coins for this to start, and essentially it's opening the bronze packs and breaking them down really well. Now if you want to know how to do it properly, there's a link in the description for the bronze pack method. But the other ways we can make some coins, obviously you've got things like moments. You can get tradable rewards in there if you put some effort in. They're quite easy to do. Squad battles, if you play a game, you do get points. Obviously you can see I've got some there. From doing this, you'll just get packs every week, which does give you a bit of coins, some free packs, something worthwhile. And div rivals, if you go through that and obviously choose the coin based option or the option with tradable packs, you do get a little bit more for your money as well. And once again, foot champs qualifications, you can complete it twice this weekend. If you quit early, you can complete it a second time. Gives you 2 sets of rewards, not a bad shout. So right now it is hard to use gold cards to make a profit because a lot of methods have just gone out of value. You know, you can't do them anymore. We're going to go through the ones that you can, and I'm going to make you all a ton of coins, and we will go from the very bottom. So first of all, we're looking at PSG Gold Rare League 1. Pretty simple. You're going to really be looking at Mendes, you're going to have Solar, Mukalele, Solar again, Kimpembe, so kind of the lower rated ones. You're not going to be getting anyone too expensive. There won't be any 84s coming up really, but you'll get the 83s, you'll get the lower sort of 80s, and you'll get, of course, Mukalele as well. So looking at his minimum right now, I think you're probably looking at 1.1. I reckon that's probably the cheapest he's up for. We can see there's a few pages there. If you go to 1,000 coins, there is essentially not much. Now, he will go for a K, but that's kind of the most from the looks of things he's going to go for. So that means you really want to be picking them up if you can for 850 and less. What that means is you'll be making a minimum profit of 100 coins. Now he can go up and down, and obviously you can get other players on the filter. If you pop it at 900 and you get yourself maybe a Renato Sanchez or a Mendes, you're going to be making a much bigger profit. So you do have those guys there. Of course, this guy is the cheapest of them all. If you want to just go for maybe a little bit of a higher budget, pop on Portugal, and then you've just got Renato Sanchez and Mendes. So there is that option there. You can make it a little bit more higher budget once you've made coins on the lower end. And next up, we've got a kind of an honourable mention. We're not going to spend too much time on it. We've mentioned it before, but Gold Rare Italy MLS is still ripe in its form. You've got a very good profit available right now. I mean, if we have a look right now, they're going for about 4.2. So if you go down to about 3.8 and below, anything like that is going to make you big profit. You can get these for 3.5, always as low as 3. You'll rarely see them for like min price, but you will get it. And especially with the amount of packs people are opening, you're going to find someone listing it for too low and you're going to snag. And of course, it's always worth checking on the silver team of the weeks, because we've got objectives at the minute that do actually require silvers. These are up right now, so you can always do a little bit of the method with these. You just want to find the minimum. So right now it looks like the cheapest 23,000 coins, so I'd say you can probably get one of these gone for 25k. 10% of that is 2.5, half of that 1,250. So realistically, if we want to buy one, we need a 21 or below. So we can compare price our way to a 21, or we can snipe it. Now, as I've said before, a lot of times when you do silver filters, you will find minimum price informs. People list these very low. Now, obviously, informs aren't available anymore. A lot of these guys are going to be tradable, and the ones that are going to be passed around a lot. So you've just got to hope someone lists one at the right time. We'll pop it down to 21. You can spend a little bit of time on it, and I can assure you, this is one of them filters that you might not think is that worth it, but silver informs are some of the best cards to trade with. What's brilliant about these is if you find a good snipe, it's not going to get snagged out your hands, and often you're not going to be getting a 21, it's going to be a 19, a 17, a 15. So it's not one I'd say spend a load of time on, but go over to this, give it a little bit of a go when you're bored, when you've got a bit of time on your hands, because you know, here and there you're going to find some big pulls. Now, another little one to do, Foot Fantasy Hero and Midfielder. So there's a couple options with this one. On the lower end, you've obviously got Rick in there, kind of ruins the filter. So to get rid of him, if we go Premier League, you've got Kuhl and Park Ji-sung. Obviously, you do have the likes of Ginola, but I don't think he's going to come up on this filter. So we're looking probably around 300k. Have a look, maybe a little bit more for Kuhl. Unfortunately, I actually got Kuhl as an option in one of the hero picks where we got like a free one for the kind of misinformation on a pack. Well, unfortunately, I picked Pele. So instead of going for Q, I picked Pele. Pele's awful. The hero Pele is one of the worst cards in the game, and unfortunately I picked him, but I kind of regret not going for Q because he would have been really good for my team, and unfortunately I've never been offered Park, but he is one of my favourite players. Now, they're going for 330 at the minute, 10% is 33k. Essentially, you need to be picking these up at about 310 or lower. I'd say probably go for 3.8 is probably a better place to go for, because you're making about 10, 11k profit there as a minimum. So you just got to spam out a compare price on this one. I would say you can snipe it as well, but compare price on this one is going to be the best. That's what I prefer with cards like this. Unfortunately, you do have to spend a little bit of time on it, you know, on the higher end, that's how it is, but you guys will make a ton. Now, one team you can do a team of the season filter with is Real Madrid. They've got an absolute ton. You've got Valverde, you've got Modric, you've got Vini, you've got Benzema, you've got Rodrigo. So you have a ton. Now, if you pop this on Brazilian, you've got a Roddy and a Vini filter together. It's not too close in price, but it's close enough at that value. With this one, we're just going to go on the lower end. Obviously, I know Modric isn't cheap by any means, but he's the cheapest on this filter. Now, if you get any of the other ones, you're absolutely laughing, but focusing on Modric isn't a bad thing. He's one of the better cards in the game. I think I've heard everyone rave about him, so he will be getting passed around a lot. Some people will like him, some people won't, especially around the weekend league. You're going to find a lot of mislistings. He looks like he's going for about 410. EA tax is going to be about 20k on that one, so you want to realistically go down to about 380. You're making about a 15k profit off of that. Now, bear in mind, that is 30k below as your sort of buy now. You're going to have to wait a little while to get a good snipe, but there will be a lot coming, and I would say it's worth it because he does look like he's going to be the bee's knees. I think he's one of the better players to be sniping, and there's a lot of a profit bracket there. And we're going to go over to League One Fantasy for Heroes. So this one's got Pele and it's got Papin. Now, I've got both of these a number of times. Both terrible in-game cards, but I mean, Papin's literally free for people who did that objective last weekend. Not that many of us would have done it, but if you're looking for this one, 15k. I mean, EA tax is about 7k. If you do it as if it's 10, you know, you're not going to be harming anyone. So if we go down to 140, I'd probably 135 just to be safe. Spam this one out. There's not really a compare price available because it's so far away from kind of what you're looking at, but it is an easy one to do. We have just missed a 31k Papin snipe. That would have been a 100k profit. Now, I don't know if someone botted that to get that because that was almost instant, but that is an insane snipe, 100,000 coin profit. And that is what I'm trying to show you guys. I get, you know, I haven't had it in a while, but we get the occasional comment of like, oh, you don't make enough profit per snipe. And it, you know, you've only made 300 coins or 400 coins. That's the minimum. You know, on this one, the minimum is a few thousand coins. The maximum there, I think that was the maximum you can get, 100,000 coins. And that can happen at any moment, as you saw. Honourable mention here, if you do FUT Birthday, Forward and Prem, you got Felix, you got Vinny, and you got Nunes. You might have to put a minimum on it to get rid of some of the lower end ones, but it's a really good filter. You can make a ton there too. An easy one on the lower end, FUT Centurions, England and Prem. As you can see, we got likes of Vardy, Milner and Arnold. Obviously, Arnold being the more expensive of the three, but he isn't that expensive, so it's a good tie-in now. They've all dropped a little bit. And if you take yourself over to Team of the Season moments, set the minimum to 301k to remove Sissoko and pop it on as midfielder. Now, you've got to remember, a lot of the moments we've actually had are midfielders. You've got Renato, you've got Son, you've got Llorente, you've got Goretzka, you've got, I think there's another one, but there's a lot of moments midfielders. So you've got a lot of options with this one here. Firstly, you can snipe our boy Son. You want to have Sissoko absolutely out your mind if he comes up. This one's a compare price only. Don't snipe it. As you can see, I mean, Footbin says Sissoko's a max 200k. I've seen him up for 300. I've seen him up for 400. So there's obviously a problem there. But if you can do a bit of compare price on this one, as you can see, there was one at 392 there. Do a bit of compare price. You can find yourself a cheap Sonny snipe. Now, it does look like you can probably sell him for 360 at the minute. EA tax on that. So take off 10%. It's about 20k. So if you go down to about 330, anything you pick up is a very good snipe. And if you get anyone else, you're absolutely laughing. Now, a few final bits that you guys need to be doing right now. Obviously, in the store, you've got the 10 coin packs that are coming out. Obviously, make sure to do your preview packs. I do them every day. You probably have seen, we've been doing them all the time. We never get anything good personally, but I've seen some really good ones, so it's worth doing. Also, if you haven't done them already, go through the squad building challenges. You've got daily rewards that are really beneficial. And if you're not going through for the objectives, you're not going to get your season rewards. Now, here's a bit of advice for you guys. I know some of you will think that I'm absolutely capping here, but I'm going to take, honestly, I think the pick here. Now, obviously, it might change if by the time it comes around, I've already got a really good player. I'm happy with, you know, if I've got a high-end League One or a high-end Serie A, maybe I might not take it, but I feel like that is a better guarantee of what you're going to get. I know that packs are really tempting, but I've seen some foul packs, and although I've seen 1 or 2 foul picks, I've seen a lot worse packs. And the picks, you're going to get someone good, someone that fits in your team. I've seen one where no one would fit in my team, and that's it. And that's just because they got Son, who already is in my team. If you've enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Subscribe, of course, if you're new. And go check out the shorts too. We're banging them out daily as well.